This is the Daily Paycheck on CTTV. I am John from ProCrafts, and what we're doing on this show is two things. One, building a master bankroll from $10,000 to $100,000, 10% at a time, compounding our master bankroll with those small incremental wins. It's going to be an exercise, folks, in extreme discipline. It's tough to win 10%. It's even tougher to walk when you're up 10%. And the second major thing I want to test out here is strategies. We want to see, are there strategies or betting patterns that can earn us a consistent 10% day after day? Specifically, can they last a full month of live simulated playtime? My rolls, my spins, my card play, and yeah, some of my bad luck. Ultimately, I want to know, are there strategies that we can trust to deliver us a daily paycheck? And I will do it all live for you. No editing of videos, no fudging results, no nothing. It's easy to do this one time and show a win. We're going to show this for 20 straight days and see how these strategies stand up to me. So with all that said, let's get to today's daily paycheck. All right, good morning, folks. How y'all doing after the Super Bowl? A little Super Bowl hangover today. Let's get after it. Here we go. We're going to try and switch gears. I'm going to go. The mob was giving us too much trouble last week. I threw too good to the mob, actually. And what you find sometimes that these hybrid strategies make so much sense until you play them, right? In theory, it's going to work. However, you catch a good roll, and the hybrid actually does worse than a regular player would be. So I'm going to go ahead today, and we're going to take the advice of my good friend PJ Strong. If you are old enough to remember, he was a friend of the channel for a while. And we're just going to do the pick a side. We're just going to pick a side. We're not going to go hybrid. We're going to go full right side today. And what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to give it a couple of days trial before I start counting wins and losses, just to kind of see how we feel about it. I'm going to go full right side. And we're going to go with what's called the Dallas Drawdown. And what I'm going to have is $3,000 in my rack. So I'm going to basically put a third of it at risk. We're going to go for $1,000 essentially. It's going to be our thing. If you're buying in for $600, then do 200. It's the same basic thing. Here we go. We're going to go 4 units across, okay, on every number, except for the 4 and 10. We're going to go 200, 200, 240, 240, and 200 on the 6 and 8 in the middle. So 880 inside. I'm going to get $80 out of here. 75. I need to get like this. 75. Actually, I need to get I'm sorry. My bad. I need to get it like this. Oh my God. My dealing this morning, right? That's $100. Watch, we're going to go 220, 240 on the inside. Okay. So that's going to be 880, 980, 1080. So 1080 across. It's a lot of freaking money. I get it. But we're going to be $3,000. It's 1/3 of our bankroll is going to be at risk. And what we're going to do is we're going to get 3 rolls. Now, this strategy, if it works out, I think will win itself. Here's what I mean by that. Roll 1. Let's say you get any number up here. 4 and 10 are a little different, but let's say we'll work the inside as the example, okay? All of these are going to pay 280. Okay, 275, 280. That's what 880 pays. 280 inside. We're going to take half of our bets down. We're going to reduce everything by half. So the 5 and 9 go from 200 each to 100 each. The 6 and 8 are going to go from 280 to 220 each. We'll get some reds in here, okay? I just need to break one of those greens down. Okay, they're at 120. The 4 and 10, again, we're going to split that $100 into nickels, or into quarters rather. And now here we are. Now watch, after one hit, we were out there for 1080. Look what's coming back to the rack. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $800. After one hit from 1080, you've got 840 back or 820 back. Yes, on a second roll 7, you're going to lose a couple $100, but you got most of your money back. Now here's the thing. The next hit's going to pay 140. We can do 150 for 10. Okay. And again, pull half down. We're going to draw it down by half every time. So the 4 and 10, they will get split. The 5 and 9 Also, that $100 becomes 50 each. The 6 and 8 will also split. And now we're at 220 inside and 25 in the 4 and 10. Look at the rack now, please. There's going to be our 1,000, 1,100. That was our 1080 that we started with. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, 25, 130 in the rack in profit plus 220, 270 out here. $300 and change in profit. Now, if we get a hit in here, again, 75, these pay $70, 75 for 5. And watch where we are. That becomes a quarter. And there's 200. There's 300. 400, 500, 50, 500 and change. So you win half of your starting is what you end up with here. When you draw it down, you're at half of your starting point. 1080 ends up paying 520, roughly, right? Roughly half. That's the plan. And we can do that twice and be out of here with a $1,000 profit, right? The idea would be to risk $1,000 to win 500 twice, potentially just once. Okay, that's the Dallas Drawdown. So let's see if it works. Let's see if we can shoot good enough to get a couple of shots. Really, if you get just one hit, you're going to be only down a couple $100 on that second 7. I can do that all day long. I'm fine with burning a couple $100. It's if you get burned PSO, PSO, PSO that you're going to get destroyed here. Let's hope we don't run into that problem today, but that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Anthony wants me to run the power of the 7 so bad. I don't like that strategy. I told you yesterday. I've run it before. When I reanalyzed it, I just don't like it. I don't like doing the switcheroo thing. Like I said, I'll run it on my other show. And I told you this before. I told Skill the same thing. There's a couple of things that Skill wants me to run too that's very similar to that. I said, well, run that on the Coffee Run show as kind of an analysis after this show here. But I'm going to go full side. I'm not going to go switching sides again. Every time I do that, it ends up hurting me. I'm just not going to do it. So I respect Waylon. I love most of his things. That one I just don't like. It's again, it's the skill switch. It's the skill switch. So I just don't. I've run that too many times live, and it just falters too much. So we're gonna go full right side. I know you don't love it, but that's what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm doing. Here we go. Give me some luck here. Let's go with 1080. There's 1,000 and 1,100. We're gonna get back $20 and change. And let's get ourselves all set up. Actually, what I'm going to do here is this. I'm going to set it up like this with quarters on the 4 and 10 to make that drawdown a little easier. And we'll do our 5 and 9 at 200. And there we go. All right, 240, 240. And that's it. 1080, 20 change. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to come out. We don't care about the puck. Don't care about trying to get a don't come bet through. That's the thing. I'm tired of fighting the don't with myself. I'm just tired of getting myself picked off. I really, really am. All right, here we go. Coming out. By the way, at the casino the other day, I went 549. That's our point. I went on Saturday. While Jeff and those guys were going. Was it Friday or Saturday? Saturday morning I went. I was going to go during Friday night, but I went Saturday morning to go place my Super Bowl bets. And I threw 7 5-1-6s in a row with the dice. It was unbelievable. 7 in a row. I swore I was going to start getting some heat from the dealers, but I was doing my chopper toss from the right side, and they were just perfect landings. And it was like, you know, they changed the felt on that table up there, so it's different now. And actually, my local is a $5 table now, so I got to start thinking about $5 strategies again. It was great. I walked over. I made my sports bets. I walked over a table, and I literally had $100 in my pocket that I had brought to get some lunch and go to the store with. And I'm like, screw it, put $100 out there, and I dice came right to me because it was a kind of an empty table, and I just hammered out all those 6s, and I went home. It was like literally dropping in with a parachute, and just taking money and walking out of there was freaking awesome. All right, there's the 549. Here we go. Here we go. Winner. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Anything but a 7, huh? Anything but a freaking 7. There's a 6, a 5, 1, 6. Just like we're talking about it, right? There's the mixer. Okay, cool. 5, 1, 5, and a 1. Whoops, hold on a second. What's going on with my computer? 5, 1, 6. All right, there it is. There's the 280. And we can do 275, 4, 5. We're going to need to get some nickels here in a minute, but let's take down half the bets. Again, we'll take them all down. Right, we're going to spread the 5 and 9 out. We're going to spread the 4 and 10 out. I'm going to spread the 6 and the 8 out. There's 120. I'm going to break a green down to nickels. Oh, I don't even have to. I have nickels in the rack. Sorry. There's the 120. Okay, cool. There's 100. There's 100. There's 100. There's 200 in green. All right. And there you know, $800 back in the rack. So worst case scenario, I lose 280 now, right? That big, throw out there in the beginning is scary, but the rewards are pretty justified, right? Here we go. Let's go. Just got to avoid that early 7. There is a 9, a 5-4. That's the point. Sweet. 5-4. Boy, if you can get up in the morning and throw 2 numbers like that, you'll be in good shape, right? 125, 140 on the pay. Once again, we're going to take the 4 and 10, the 5 and 9, the 6 and 8 all down, cut them in half. We'll get nickels or quarters for the black. That goes to 220. Do I have enough to do this? There's the 6. I don't. Oh, I do, actually. I have enough of what I had. There we go. So here's going to be, there's our 100. There's our 1,000. That's our starting bankrolls back in place. I got 120 or 115 in profit, plus 220, 270 out there. That would be 315. It's about whatever that. I don't know what that. I can't do the math. That's 270 plus 115 is 370, 385 in profit. Sweetness, right? Let's go. Coming out, we're going to bypass the point. Bypass the point and get on out. Let's do it. That's going to be an ace deuce. Acey deucey. 213. And again, here's a good example of the day I'm not on the don't, hitting the don't, right? Hitting the nice little don't pass winner. Here we go. That's going to be a 4-3-1. Okay. Let's rock the outside. Now here's our third hit. This one here is going to be the one that dials me in. This is the one that gets us to the really sweet profit level, if we can pull it off. Let's get a box hit here. That would be not typed in. There we go. 4. Here we go. That's going to be a 6, a 4-2. Awesome. And again, we can do this. Now, here's the move I do here. 75 for 5 on the 6, right? 75 for 5. And we have a choice to make. Do we stop playing or do one more draw? And the drawdown here would be basically this. And again, this strategy is easy to deal because it's half. Now you have a decision to make. $500 and be done because I got 110 in here. Plus 220 is 330. 430 plus the $25 is 500 and change, right? This could be paycheck and out of here. If I'm playing for $500 a day, I'm out of here. I'm going home. That's what I would probably do every day of my life in Vegas, right? Super simple. However, we're going to play here a little longer. What I'm going to do is take all this down. We're going to go 96 across. I'm going to lock up a little bit extra. 100, 225. There's 250, okay? I'm going to lock that in. And shit runner go blind, we're going home today with $350 in profit. No matter what happens, we'll go 96 across and roll and just finish the rollout. We'll let the shooter finish up and be done with it. So now again, if I'm playing actual paycheck for real life, that $500 would be coming home. And I said this earlier today too. There's 96, there's 4 change. this, again, from when I do this for our show, I'm going to try for $1,000. I would actually want to try and do that a second time, right? Do the same 1080 across, pull the move off twice in a row, and rock out of here with a grand. That would be the ultimate goal. Today, I'm just going to go that 96. Let's see what it feels like to do a drawdown and build from there, and just have a little bit of fun on a good roll and take the 350 out of here. I do think I want to explore a little bit bigger win goals as we go. There's a 6-5 yo. And see the best way, and I think this morning we'll probably talk about this in the coffee run, the best way to use the bankroll for this kind of play. Here we go. Oh, Arcades ordered Grafstein's book. Which one did you get? Which he's got a couple of them. Which one did you get? That Grafstein book is great. You're going to love actually reading the way those old farts write. I think you're going to love it. I think you're going to love it. I love Patrick. I love Sam Grafstein. I think you say his name Grafstein, not Grafstein. There's the 7. So this one here would have been great, right? For Anthony's point, this would have been a perfect power of the 7 roll, right? Get a couple hits, wait out a 7 if you can pull it off. 6-1. I love how those guys write because they write in first person, and they say things in the book, like the way that their writing style is like, I think you should do X. I think you are a dumbass if you do Y. And it's like they're talking right to you. I love those. I love that writing style. It's super cool. Anyway, you'll love that book. And he's one of the people that, brought the game of craps forward back in the 40s and 50s. So you're going to learn a ton about the history of the game from him, and just the storytelling is fantastic. All right, here we go. 1080 again. We'll do the exact same thing. Here comes my 1,000. This will be the 880 inside. There's going to be the 25. There's the 880 inside. Here comes the orange 10 on the outside. Okay, I need to give $100 here and 20 change. Okay, now I'm set. My rack is right. Let's do the move again. Let's pull it off one more time. If we can do it, let's get out of Dodge. Let's get out of Dodge. Here we go. The dice thought, yeah. The one I've got, Arcades, is remind me. How are you gonna remind me? I'll show it to you on camera today. I've got the one I've got. I think it's the Dice Doctors book that I got. One of these books that I'm sorry. I'm lying to you. It's Scarney on Dice is the one I have. I have an original hardcover of Scarney on Dice from like the 30s, whatever it was published. The thing is, like, the pages are so fragile, they're falling apart. It's so old. It's really, really cool. It's one of the people that I like a lot. You probably all do too. Jeremy from Color Up. There's a 7 on the come out. Jeremy from Color Up has got this great collection of craps books. He's got like 150 craps books that he's bought over the years, like a real library of it. And I'm trying to build mine up as well. And I'm trying to like only buy used old ones. And what's really cool is the old ones, like I found one the other day. Somebody sent me a link to a book, and I went and looked it up on Amazon. You can buy the Kindle version of it, of course, for like $10, but I found a used copy that was like $65 instead of $10, coming out still, and as an 8. And I bought it. And what I love about when you buy like these used books is you end up getting like somebody else has dog-eared the pages. They've taken notes in it. They highlighted stuff in it. And it's like, it's pretty cool to like not only get inside the author's head a little bit, but the old readers, and see what the person reading the book was thinking when they read it the first time. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, getting somebody else's dog ears and margin notes is kind of cool when you buy a used book. And those old books have that all over the place. Here we go. We have a point of 8. It's avoid disaster. We got a 9. This is like a, it's not really a one hit can't miss, this one. It's one hit and oh God, help me out here. But by and large, it's a pretty safe, or not safe, but it's like once you survive this roll, you feel pretty good about it. So there's 275 for 5. 280 is what that pays. And again, we'll pull the half the bets down. We're going to spread the 4 and 10 out to 50 each, spread the 5 and 9 to 100 each, and the 6 and 8 are going to go to 120 20 each. I've got 2 more reds out of my rack, but I can make it right. And I'll just color up along the way here. So there's going to be, again, you know this now. There's $800 coming back, $825 coming back actually. So there is, if I just make my rack look nice, there's $1,000, right? That's my starting bankroll. In my rack, I've got actually this. I've got $89 in the rack locked. And my money's already recovered, plus what's up here, right? And I got $440 inside. I got $550 up there, or $540 out there. So we're already over profit. If I pull down, we're out of here for the day. If I happen to burn it right here, we're okay. We can start over. This is just being extra aggressive. Here we go. That looks like a 9-6-3. This is going to put us in lock mode. Is that the point? No, the point is 8-6-3. Sweet. All right, 150. I'll pay it 140, like that. 140 is the payment on that one. And again, take half our bets down, spread the 4 and 10 out. We'll spread the 5 and 9 out to 50 each. I need some quarters here. And the 6 and 8, the same thing. We're going to get them looking like one. Need a quarter from my rack to make it right. There we go. They're going to be at $60. Now we're at 220 inside. Quarter on the 4 and 10. I'm going to make this look like a green chip just for ease. And now I've got 400 and change. 400 and almost $500 locked, which is pretty freaking awesome. Here we go. 639. Let's get that 8 knocked out, huh? Let's knock out the 8 and go home. Here we go. One more hit, baby. One more hit up there. That's going to be the 6. I'll take a 6. 4-2. Sweet. 4-2-6. 75 for 5. Yeah, there it is. 75 for 5. I'll do the same thing as last time. Let's go 96 across. There's 75, 90. I'll take all this down, and we'll go 96 across with it. I'll have to get some change here. 95, $4 change. Actually, I've got it. 96. 96 across. We'll go across here in a minute. Now let the rest of this just come back to the rack. 1, 2, $300. Okay, there's our money. There's our 700 and change. 700 and whatever this, 740. If I take this with me, it's 840. So you run that drawdown twice, it's $1,000. It's 840, right? It's not quite a full paycheck, and actually it would have been $1,000 if I'd have pulled the $96 last time. I'm burning the $96 just so we can have some fun here today, but that's the strategy. There it is. So we're locked up with a good profit there. We'll go 96 across. I'll play it out, and then we'll go in the house, get warmed up after that, right? 96 across. Let's go. We can review the shots too. Like that first shooter was okay, but not great. We got what did we get? Four hits and out kind of thing. I think we got 3 hits and we were through a 7. This one here, again, we're at 3 hits after the point. We got our money off the table, and the 7 comes fine, but you're out of there pretty quick. Doesn't take much. If you can get your 3 hits, you're going to be in okay shape. As long as you're not a complete tool and lose all your money because you get PSO'd 3 times in a row. You know what I mean? All right, 12. And here what I'll do, and the way I play 96 across is I get these things up as fast as I can to get in $50 each right away. I take a 50, and then I go to blacks, and I pretty much will be happy with blacks all day. They're hard 4. So watch how I do this. 2-2 hard 4. That's going to pay $27, 25, $27. And what I'm going to do is leave it so that I get $50 on the next hit. I'll leave it at a quarter. I won't go crazy press, right? But I want to make sure that I'm pulling $4 off. And there's my dollar vig. I'll prepay it today. Make sure I'm getting my $50 on the next hit before I start marching way north. So I will collect $50 if I can do it. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God, a big split. It's a 9. 6 trade. Oh, that was a 6-3, not a 5-3. I rolled it with my stick. 6-3-9. That'll pay, as you know, $21. And what I do with the 5 and 9 in here, it's a full press. It goes to $35. Okay. And the reason why is 35 pays 49. So that'll pay $50 if I hit another 9. So not a whole lot coming back on the 5, 9, 6, or 8 the first time from 96 across. But we're going to start pulling 50 for ones here. We'll get it to 204 across as fast as I can, if I can. There's a 6, 2, 3. That's 2 hard ways. Okay. And that's like before, that pays $21, right? $21. Okay. We have up here the $18. We want to get it to $42, right? So we have to drop a nickel to make that happen. There's 42. That will now pay 50 for 1. Did I type it in? I did. This is such a degeneracy of craps right here, right? Once you get set up, everybody wants to go to the moon. That's where I am too, I guess, right? Sets a 6, 2, 8 easy, $18. Pays $21. We're gonna go to $42. I'm gonna take $2 back off of here, drop a nickel. Looks like 42. All right, give me some damn repeaters here, shall we? That was the point. Need some repeats. Let's get out. That's going to be a 9, 6, 3. I'll tell you, if we had gone back out again with that 1080 across, and it's, I wonder this thing if it's a drawdown cycle. Go across, draw it down. Go across, draw it down, and keep doing it over and over again. That's kind of an interesting way to do it. I have to explore that a little bit. All right, here we go. Let's get some inside play here, shall we? Little runner. That's a 9. Buckshot, baby. Buckshot, 5-4. Bam. That's that 50 for 1, right? So 50 for 1. Love it. I'm going to move my reds over here. If we get another 9 hit, that 9 is going to go to $75, and we'll start pulling blacks. If I pull a black number off it, then I'll max it out. So I go from 15 to 35, grab 50. From 35 to 90, or to 75, grab a black off that next one, and then we go. My local table's max. Then I'm not going to collect on it again until who cares? Until it's who cares money. There's a 10, 6, 4. All right, that's our point. How about we get a 4? Give old Johnny a 4. There's a yo, Chiro. 6'5". Oh, that's the tall. Look at me hitting the tall. Good old fatso hitting the tall on a Monday morning. Here we go. Oh, another kiss and split. It's the aces. Other side of it. That was a terrible throw. That was a terrible throw. Here we go. I need a money shot here. We need a money shot. Give me something. Something to collect on. That's going to be a 5, finally. Looks like that's our first 5 today. 4-1. All right, so like before, like the 9, that's $21. It goes to 35. Take $1 back. It's kind of a pittance. Get the rack looking right. It goes to 35. Now, with the exception of the 10, right, we're rocking 204 across here. Everything's going to pay $50. We're basically there. 154 inside right now. We got the 25 here. We don't have a 10 yet, but we're essentially 204 across now. We've worked from 96 to 204. Now we just need to get those things to repeat. Like, this is the hard part of this game, if you want to be a right side home run hitter. It's very hard. It's easy to get set up. It's hard to get the repeats. There's a 6, 5-1. But I'll take it. I'll take that one 50 for 1 on the 6. There's $1. There's 50. Nice. The 6 and 9 can both start getting themselves to black if we get another repeat. That's good. Pull $100. And essentially, we went 96 across. I pulled 50 for 1 twice, so we're even. We finally got even, right, on that secondary play. Now that's all profit. So again, I pulled the 250 for 1s out of there. That pays the 96 across. It took a while to get us there. Which means the whole 204 is extra gravy. I can pull that down and go home, right? But if you're here to play right side, this is what you're hoping for. You're hoping for it to get out of the hand, lock some profit up, and have a decent run, you know? And if it works out, it works out. There's an 8. Also, we'll pay 50 for 1, 6-2. There's 50. 4-1. Booyah. Bam. Bam, bam. God, imagine if I was running don't come bets today. Good Lord. This would have been a day where the mob would have sent me off into the stratosphere. I would have been pissed today if we were throwing the mob. Look at the buckshot points. The 8 and the 9 both get hit. Man, and I'm hitting the repeats. I would have been tortured throwing a hybrid today. Here we go. Actually, I'm lying because we did get our 3 hits on both those. Hey, we got an 8. We did get our 3 hits on both times. So the mob would have probably worked fine today. We would have lost our don't at some point. But all right, 5 through 8, it pays 50 for 1 again. And now we're going to move it up to 50 for 1 just to make the payment easier. But we're going to take it to 90 because we did collect on it one time. So we'll take it to $90 with a $2 change. And yeah, that's going to bring a black chip now. Just level them up. We'll take a black, and then we're going to go to max. 1 black, and then off to max we go. Oh, my God, what a terrible roll. Hard 6. Woo! Little runner right there, 3-3. Same as the 8. We got paid 50 for 1. We got paid on the 6 yet, or no? Let me see. We did not. The 6 only gets a collect. 50 for 1, that's a collect. It goes up next time. Only the 5 and the 8. Or the 9 and the 8, sorry, the 9 and the 8. Next time we'll move the 6 up. I should be checking my rack tracker. 8 hard. 8 hard. There we go. Look at that, baby. Look at that. 4-4 square pair as 105. $105. Love it. Now the 8 is going to go bye-bye. Taking the 8 home. There's a 6-5 yo, not a great throw. 6-5. I just need the ace deuce, it looks like, right? Just need an ace deuce. I know they are making money today, aren't they, Anthony? Like they're not landing, like another one, they're not landing flat, but I'm getting good results today. Just sometimes it works out, right? 4-4-8, Yahoo, $105, right? Let's go to 180. I could go to 210 with it. I could have power pressed it up a little bit. I could actually do that. Let's go to now we'll leave it at 180. I don't want to go too nuts. 180 is fine. I can get us to $500 here if we get another hit or two. But what is that? 4 8s? 1, 2, 3. Since the shooter started, I think that's more than 4 8s, right? Yeah, it's 5, 6, 8 since the shooter started. Pretty good. Pretty good. There's a 9. That's our 5th or 11th 9 or something like that. 5-4. All right, that's going to pay, again, 50 for 1. But we're going to push the 9 now to black as well. So it goes to 75. Just take back 10. Give me a black chip on that 9, and then we'll go it as far as I can take it. 5 for 1, the FIBA. All right, that 5 is going to pay 50 for 1. And again, that's a collect on that number. All right, it's the first, only the second hit on the 5. So it's a collect for it. And then it starts to mosey on up. How about another 8? What do you think? An 8? Six. I'll take a 6. I'll take a 6. 5-1. All right. We'll do $50 for $1. Make that 6 look like 90. Take back the $2. Let's get $100 off that 6 if we can pull it. And the way that I'm playing here is what I call collect on color. So every time the color changes is when we collect until after a black. After a black, we're just going to go to the ceiling. But yeah, I collect the green, I collect the 50, I collect the 100, and then we go. You know, there's a 2-2 hard 4. That's going to be $50. You got to pay the VIG again, and I'll collect that and let the 4 start marching up as well. There's a 6, 5-1, baby. Look at that, 5-1. All right, that'll do 105. That's a collect. And then now that is going to the roof, baby. Going to the roof with the 6. Right, Dan, the Dallas mob is winning great, right? Except for the fact that I would be picking off don't coms all over the place. With this kind of repeater, that's where we get the hybrids get hurt, man. Picking off all the don'ts. And if you do like a mechanical hybrid where you just keep going and going and going like I usually do, get destroyed. Okay, that's the 10. That's $27. It goes to a quarter. And back we come. Now, you could have some fun here if you wanted to do this because we have the money and it's a who cares thing. I'll put the 4 and 10 at 35 because we have extra cash. Let's just try and flip them from here if we can. Let's get a flip of the 4 and 10 if we can do it. Here we go. Eight. That's the new point. 6, 2, 8. 6, 2. Probably could have hopped the 8 and the come out if you wanted to. All right, here we go. Here we go. When you get these big ass bets like this, that's a great move. So I got to put a video out on the badass craps moves. I got to make a few more of those videos, and that's one of Ed's things is the hop, the number that you got a huge bet on the come out. So you don't got to turn it on, but you can still hammer it. What I really want is an ace deuce. Let's make this a $5,000 roll. Come on. There's a 5, a 3, 2, 5. Awesome sauce. All right. We already got paid 50 for one time. So there's 50 for 1. Looks like $75. Let's get a black chip off of that. There's the 7. Okay. We didn't get to max, but we had a good run. We had a really good run. I think we had like $500 out there, which was a fun little run here, right? And all that was gravy. All of that was a gravy run. You know what I mean? One of those things where, hey, this might be the guy that's going to go crazy, crazy. We did kind of go crazy, crazy, right? Here's how much is out here? 1, 2, 3, 400 and change, $475. Not bad, right? I mean, again, you don't judge the strategy by how much money you lose on it. But I look at it like this strategy generated $475 plus all this, whatever all this ends up to, right? So we did good today. Now, again, is every day going to be like that? Hell no, right? Let's get our total profit though. Let's see what we did. Every day is not going to be like this. What I'm hoping for every day is this. I'm hoping for 500 bucks. I'm hoping to get the drawdown to work one time at least every day. And then we can make our decision. Do you want to take $500 and go home? Right. Essentially risking $1,000 to win 500 is what we're basically saying we're going to do. Or run it twice and risk $1,000 to win $1,000, or go bigger and say it's one time a day. We're going to take the whole 3K and go whatever that looks like across $2,200 inside or something, and just go nuts and just say one day we're going to do it or not do it. Right. But as it is today, we did okay. We have, there's 300 bucks. We done good. I think we made about $1,000. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000, 1,200, 25. That's 75, 1,275. I'll take that for a Monday morning. 1,275 on a Monday morning, not bad. It did take a monster to get us there. We could have left with 300 bucks. We could have left with 500 bucks. We could have just walked with $1,000 or 800 bucks earlier. We had a lot of decisions in there to make. After the third hit is what it's all about, right? The Dallas Drawdown is 3 hits and bye-bye. Essentially, 3 hits and goal. So if your goal today was 500 bucks, we did it in 3 hits. 3 rolls. In the very first shooter, we were out of here. We could have walked out. And like I said, I probably would have. With a $500 paycheck, sayonara suckers, right? Not a bad run. I'm actually going to delete that 7 real quick. I'm going to see what the numbers were. Will it recalculate, I wonder? The roll tracker? Oh, it doesn't recalculate. Darn it. I wanted to see how long that roll was. Shoot, I didn't even look at it. There's probably about 20 something rolls. Anyway, there it is, guys. Down 440 from John having a good roll. That's funny. I don't know what I rolled. I don't know how many rolls it was. Does somebody know in chat? I wasn't even paying attention. I just, let's see. Add the back rod line and it's fire. Waylon, like I say, man, add the back rod line to everything and it's fire. That thing just rolls up. I really believe, like I say, man, I think 2 people, one guy doing the baccarat line, one guy playing whatever he's going to play, those 2 were going to make money. That's a great team way of play. So, yeah, Dice Drawdown, good rolls today, but that's not going to always be the case, right? Today was a miracle day. What I'm looking for is this. The one thing about the mob that I loved about the mob was that one hit, you were clear and free, right? You were going to guarantee a tie. I didn't like having to fight the don't pass to get there or the don't come. I didn't like having to fight that to get there, but I love that part of it. The drawdown in one hit, you're 90% home or 85% home, right? You go out for 1,000, you're bringing back 800 bucks in the first one. So you're not covered, but you're damn close to it, where the second roll 7 wouldn't kill you, right? I like that part of the drawdown. The second hit in both strategies, you locked up profit. Remember, I locked up 120 bucks in profit on the second roll, plus what you got going, right? The third hit is your paycheck. In both strategies, 3 hits is paycheck. I like that part of it. I like, however, this way, not fighting the don't to get it done. I don't like fighting that don't to get it done. The thing that Anthony wants me to do with Waylon's Power of the 7 strategy, same kind of thing. You're going across, you're taking a couple, 2, 3 hits, and then you're going to work your winnings through the don't come. On this kind of a shooter, that becomes a donation. And I don't want to donate money anymore. I'm tired of donating money. The hybrids that I play, the offensive line, it's a good way to play for a long time. It's not a good way to make a paycheck. The Headless Horseman, again, good way to play for a long time, not a good way to make a paycheck. It works, but it's not going to get you consistently the profit goal. It's going to let you hang around the table for a while until something happens. Those and hybrids do that. They let you hang around for a while, but sometimes you bleed it out. I don't want to bleed out anymore. I'm either going to get destroyed or we're gonna win. I'm not going to bleed anymore. I'm just tired of bleeding. So yes, Waylon, I will add Baccarat at some point to this as a fun thing, not on this show just yet. Let's play this thing out a few more days and see if we like it. And if we like it, I'll make it the actual paycheck starting next week. Let's just see how it goes out. Let's see. And yes, parlay, totally parlay in the naturals. If I do the Baccarat line, I play it different than Waylon, right? I do it differently. I always parlay the naturals 100% of the time. I do a parlay press. My favorite way of playing the lines, that parlay press move that I do. I parlay press the line wins, even when I'm laddered up. So let's just say if I'm Baccarat and I lose the don't, okay, we lose the don't, I go to the pass line for 2, right? We win the pass line. I parlay that shit right up. That comes back oftentimes with that 4-unit win. And guess what? You lost 1 unit, right? You lost 1, you went out with 2. Your profit there is 5, right? That's why the Red Cross won so much, because I hammer this freaking thing. I don't know if Waylon does it that aggressively. I always do that. I parlay press that win, and sometimes it burns me, right? You'll lose the 1, you go out with 2, and you burn the 2. Oh, that sucks. Go out with 2 again, and you go out with 2 again, win it, parlay it. That parlayed win still brings back 4, and you went out with 1, 2, and 2, and you're still at 3 units, right? That parlay is a pretty sick move when it works out, and I love being aggressive like that with the line. That's the way to win the line. And you'll find it in Grafstein's book. That's the way that Grafstein recommends you play it. You hammer that line, hammer those line wins. That's a Grafstein thing. That's a dice coach thing. It makes sense because when these things come, boy, they just come. That's powerful stuff. Anyway, there you go, guys. I'm out. See you downstairs for the coffee run in about 10. Feed the puppy time. New coffee time. And let's get our new show, our new series kicked off today. See you in a little bit. Bye, all.